Okay, number 3, it says simplify fully. A, negative 2 over 3 times square root of 27x cubed over 12y squared. Okay, let's think of it separately, the numerator and the denominator. So I'm going to write negative 2 over 3 first, and then square root of 27. So 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, so you can think of that as 3 cubed, and then there's x cubed. So 3 times 3 times 3 times x times x times x, this is what we have under the square root. So a pair of 3's can come out, a pair of x can come out. So in the numerator, we have 3 times x, and then inside the square root, what's left is a 3 and an x. Okay, so if you simplify square root of 27x cubed, you get 3x square root of 3x. In the denominator, you have square root of 12 times y squared. 12 is 4 times 3, right? So 2 times 2 times 3, that's 4 times 3, times y. A pair of 2's can come out, and a pair of y's can come out. So in the denominator, you have 2 times y square root of 3. Okay? We can simplify here now, but let's see. 2 over 2, let me do that in red, and 2 over 2 is 1, 3 over 3 is 1, so we have negative x times, I'm going to separate these, square root of 3 times square root of x, and then y times square root of 3, but we can do more, right? Square root of 3 over square root of 3 is 1, so at the end we have negative x square root of x, x times square root of x, over y. Number 3b, it says 1 plus square root of 48 over 2 minus 5 root 2 minus square root of 3 minus 3. This bracket, I was like, why is it even there? It doesn't look necessary, but it is, because this minus sign right here, that's minus 1, so you have to change the sign inside because you're distributing the negative 1 here. The first thing I'm going to worry about though is 1 plus square root of 48 over 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these two fractions. So 1 over 2 plus square root of 48 over 2. And that is equivalent to this. Now imagine, think about it. If I told you to add 1/2 and square root of 48 over 2, then you would just put the fractions together and make it look just like this. Okay, so you can separate it this way. And then I'm going to distribute the negative 1 and minus 5 root 2 plus root 3, and then here's minus 3. This square root of 48 can be simplified. Okay, what is 48? Well, that's going to be 4 times 3. And if you can't do this, that's okay. You can make a factor tree. So here's what I would do. 48. Okay, I know it's 4 times something. 4 times 12. And then 12 is 4 times 3. So 4 times 4 times 3 will give me 48. Yeah. So this is 4 root 3. Okay, so I'm going to change this. 1/2 plus 4 root 3 over 2 minus 5 root 2 plus root 3 minus 3. And here 4 over 2 can simplify, so you have 2 root 3. Okay, so let me put the constants together. So 1/2 minus 3 here, 1/2 minus 3. Okay, and then here's plus 2 root 3 minus 5 root 2 plus root 3. Okay, and that is going to be 1/2, and then instead of 3, I am going to write 6 over 2. That way our denominator is the same. So negative 5 over 2. Okay, so 1/2 minus 6 over 2 is negative 5 over 2 plus, or here's 2 root 3 minus 5 root 2 plus root 3. So if I add 2 root 3 and 3 root 3, I'm going to get 2 root 3 and root 3. I get 3 root 3. 3 square root of 3 minus 5 square root of 2. And you can't simplify or add any further. So this is your answer. The last question on number 3, you have two binomials. So two things, 2 root 3 minus 2 root 5 times 4 root 3 plus 2 root 5. So you have to distribute. Okay, so I'm going to take this 2 root 3 and then multiply it to 4 root 3 and 2 root 5 first. Okay, so that's going to be 2 root 3 times 4 root 3, 2 root 3 times 4 square root of 3, okay, plus, that plus is coming from here, 2 root 3 times 2 root 5. Okay, and then I'm going to take this negative root 5 and multiply it to here and here. So negative root 5 times 4 times root 3, so negative root 5 times 4 times root 3 plus negative root 5 times 2 times root 5. Okay, let's go ahead and simplify all of these. Okay, what would this give you? That's 2 times 4, which is 8, times square root of 3 times square root of 3. So 3 times 8 is 24. Okay, how about here? Well, 2 times 2 is 4, and square root of 3 times square root of 5 is square root of 15. Here I have negative 4 times root 15. And here I have square root of 5 times square root of 5 is 5, times 2 is 10. Notice here, positive 4 root 15 minus 4 root 15, that's going to simplify into 0. So all we have left is 24 minus 10, which is 14.